A reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verses 1 through 19. When Isaac was so old that his eyesight had failed him, he called his older son Esau and said to him, "Son." "Yes, father," he replied. Isaac then said, "As you can see, I am so old that I may now die at any time. Take your gear, therefore, your quiver and bow, and go out into the country to hunt some game for me. With your catch, prepare an appetizing dish for me, such as I like, and bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you my special blessing before I die." Rebekah had been listening while Isaac was speaking to their son Esau. So when Esau went out into the country to hunt some game for his father, Rebekah said to her son Jacob, "Listen, I overheard your father tell your brother Esau, 'Bring some game, and with it prepare an appetizing dish for me to eat, that I may give you my blessing with the Lord's approval before I die.' Now, son, listen carefully to what I tell you. Go to the flock and get me 2 choice kids. With these I will prepare an appetizing dish for your father, such as he likes. Then bring it to your father to eat, that he may bless you before he dies." "But my brother Esau is a hairy man," said Jacob to his mother, "and I am smooth-skinned. Suppose my father feels me. He will think I am making sport of him, and I shall bring on myself a curse instead of a blessing." His mother, however, replied, "Let any curse against you, son, fall on me. Just do as I say. Go and get me the kids." So Jacob went and got them and brought them to his mother, and with them she prepared an appetizing dish, such as his father liked. Rebekah then took the best clothes of her older son Esau that she had in the house, and gave them to her younger son Jacob to wear, and with the skins of the kids she covered up his hands and the hairless parts of his neck. Then she handed her son Jacob the appetizing dish and the bread she had prepared. Bringing them to his father, Jacob said, "Father." "Yes," replied Isaac, "which of my sons are you?" Jacob answered his father, "I am Esau, your firstborn. I did as you told me. Please sit up and eat some of my game, so that you may give me your special blessing." Here we see the shrewdness, the wisdom of Rebekah, and we see a reoccurring theme in the scriptures, that the younger son so often surpasses the older son, that the younger brother so often surpasses the older brother. We see it first with Cain and Abel. Abel presents a good offering to God. Cain doesn't. And so then Cain murders his brother. Here we see Jacob and Esau, who were twins. They were twins, but Esau was born first. And so Esau is considered the older. He also appears to be the stronger, and he also appears to be the one who is more athletic. And so Rebekah is told by an angel that her younger son would surpass the older son, and so she works to help make this prophecy a reality. Now, many times, what we will find is that the one who is the biggest, the one who is the strongest, will not be the one that God uses. Because God wants to bring out victory by his own strength. God wants to bring about victory not in a way that makes it look like we have won the victory, but rather in a way that shows that he has won the victory. This is why we see young children and younger brothers like David or Esau or Abel. This is why we see young women like Mary. This is why we see Jesus die on a cross. This is why Gideon, when he gathers an army of thousands, dwindles his army down to 300 people and wins a victory without lifting a sword. God wants to show us that it is in our weakness that we are strong. It is in accepting that we are weak. It is in accepting the demands of humility, to know that we are not God, to know that we are not all-powerful, to instead throw ourselves on the mercy of God. Let us be like Jacob. Let us be like Abel. Let us be like Gideon and like Mary, who know that we are weak and rejoice because in our weakness, then we have nothing but the strength of Christ.